forget to subscribe and help the channel get to 200,000 What's up, fans? This is still my fans Radio TV, and I'm still your man at Kamza the Sport. Well, compliments of the new season, with back to regular programming. I really do hope that a whole lot of you, we are off the World Cup fever right now. Back to all things at the Betway Premiership 2026-27 season. We're back again with yet another in-studio discussion where we're going to be looking at the opening game of the round, match day 1, pertaining to Orlando Pirates as well as Milford FC. And as Penom, I do have the two regular gentlemen whom I do know that when we speak, language and then the one and only Prache as well as a coach. Compliments of the new season, gents.
Hola. All right.
I know, mnandi.
Skala kabusha ba. Ziyagijima.
Yeah.
Ithada.
So iChile is our World Cup is back to what we know now, our bread and butter.
Yeah, no. Ziyachile zidlulile. But over and above that, akusena champion.
Yeah.
Akuna treble champion.
Yeah.
We're starting from a clean slate.
Yeah.
With sober minds. We need to keep the ball rolling.
Keep the ball rolling. Now, let's get the conversation going. Orlando Pirates, Milford FC. Thoughts, please, in terms of the performance of the opening round, match day 1.
Yeah, man, Brajawara, there's no champions, but there's defending champions. He's triple defending champions. Yeah. So the defending champions first game against Milford. It's Milford, ne?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was straightforward, Braja. You go to the arena, a team that when they are playing at home, you hardly get a result against them. So I understand the pressure that could have happened or could have taken over from the Milford players. But the overall display, honestly speaking, from my side, I don't think it was the Pirates that I expected to see playing.
Yeah.
I don't think Pirates played at their best.
Yeah.
But it also goes both ways. One can say it's their first match. One can also give credit to Milford.
Yeah.
I'm one person who says for us to say Brajau didn't play well, there must have been a forced error here and there. I mean, if Milford wasn't there, I'm sure Pirates was going to play the best game.
Yeah.
You see, because they're not playing alone, Milford have done their job. Because obviously, I'm sure they went very deep on the analysis against Pirates. So I think overall display it was a hard watch on the Pirate side, you see, because I think I expected more from Pirates, but at the end of the day, they did what champions do, and it's to get the results.
Yeah.
I mean, if you remember last time when they played at home, the first league match, I think they lost 2-0 against Cocoon.
Yeah.
You see, so having to play home and you win 2-0 as a defending champion, I think that alone is a confidence booster. So, yeah.
I agree with you. I fully agree with you. Look, obviously, in the previous season, things were not very good for Orlando Pirates. We needed to dig very deep because remember we lost the first game, but then subsequent to that we lost against Marumo Gallants in Bloemfontein. We lost 2-1, and it was very difficult because other teams were already sitting on 6 points. So Pirates needed to play the catch up. But then maybe before we go there, there was a serious anniversary PSL over the weekend, 30 years into the business. Big milestone. I think the take from me, coach, it's an introduction of Idiski TV. You look into the Bafana team, almost all players that are playing there are from this product of DDC TV. You look into the players that are currently trading their soccer into the overseas. Majority of them are coming from that DDC structure. So whoever that came with the concept, I'll say big up, because at least we see results. The PSL is growing. I think we're being recognized now, even by African countries. Today you'll find Nigerians supporting Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah, true.
Others are supporting Mamelodi Sundowns. Others are supporting Orlando Pirates. It's simply because the league has grown. But over and above that, we're still the highest paying league in the continent, in as far as the issues of champions are concerned. So that on its own, to me, I'll say big up to PSL. and I wish they can grow even better. Maybe when your likes of Abobab Khoza are no longer there, my wish is that we get administrators who understand football so that they can take us somewhere. Change is good. But then we don't have to change the good with the worse.
Yes.
So I'm saying, because in other corners, there are people who are saying, no, but other people have been there for quite some time. It's okay. In due course, change will eventually chip in. But I'm saying if we were to change, coach, let us not change the good for worse. But I think so far the football administrators of PSL got it right. Everything is fine. Let's also congratulate Coach KZN as a province. They now have 5 teams in that province that are representing the province into the PSL. I wish other, provinces, regions, particularly your SAFA regions, can begin to take themselves serious and imitate what is actually happening in KZN, because it means there's something that they are doing right there, football-wise. You've got Amazulu today, you've got the Durban City, you've got the Arrows, you've got Richards Bay, you've got Milford. It's 5 of them. So it means people of KZN will then have to watch 20 home games. It's luxury because it means the money that you would have used to go to other provinces, you are not going to use it anymore. You are just around. You'll go to Mabhida, King Stadium, Mhlatuzi, blah blah. You are just around
all of that,
Richards Bay and stuff. So I'm saying a big up to them as well. So coming back to the issue of Orlando Pirates, particularly over the weekend, I'm saying they did well, under those circumstances. Unprovoked, coach. Pirates, the old Pirates, would have just lost that game, maybe 1-0 to Milford. But the current Orlando Pirates doesn't do those things, coach. They win because that's how you win the league. You don't start by beating your Kaizer Chiefs, or you beat your Milford.
You beat the small teams.
Your Durban City is coming next week. You beat those teams so that when we say the league is over, you know that you would have collected the points from the very same opponents that were, or rather that are being previewed as small opponents. So for me, I'm quite excited. We had questions around the team since you really are not there. The signings that they have been brought into the team, I can tell you now that you can see the intent, the intention from the management that, look, let's, even if maybe we don't have top players, but at least let's have depth within the team, so that if we're struggling somehow, we know that we do have players that are readily available to be utilized so that the team can move forward.
I guess Orlando Pirates, they want to win everywhere. If you don't win on the field, you win on the stands, because of everywhere you go on the stands, Nasistratin.
Yeah.
All you just see is the cream white jersey and
No. Remember we said, in fact, PSL said, no, let's fashionalize football. But Diski should be now fashionable. So you can't say Diski fashionable. But then at the end of the day, interesting is all about merchandise. They are not fashionable. So some of us, because we are fashion aligned. So Mabez analysis, we then said, no, it's okay. Bring them on, let's wear. But we're not putting pressure to those that cannot afford. If our afford is, it's okay.
Price tag, no.
Sifake pressure unnecessary to other people. Gune term yespedi team alapalikan. And it makes sense. I mean, if you can afford now, zopajeta. Because I need this is a t-shirt that we are going to wear for the entire season. So you budget, we beg and until we told. And now on our price, we have seen ticket prices as well, the increase, which is not a bad thing. But I'll go back to this Malapahaligani issue. It's not a bad thing, but at least conscientize your fan base that we might have to increase our prices, maybe based on, we know it isn't as yakupuk, but aslingani singabantu. Asibegeni kahle. Much as you will say, I'm opening a store at the Mall of Africa on Friday, 8:30. You are basically conscientizing people so that they can prepare financially, so that later date my figure. Bazi ukuthi iskipper is 1.3, therefore i-teaming jele, timelessly. I know ukuthi le date my figure imali izabe ikhona. Same as indaba yama-ticket. Football is not a rich person's game. Football it's a game of in a language Marx, Karl Marx uthi ama proletariat, the working class, those that cannot afford that much. So we can't then sikhuphule izinto as and when. Ungakhuphula, it's okay, but just banikeze i-hint yokuthi sengenzeka ukuthi ama-ticket akhuphule, because we are not bourgeoisie aligned. That's a language Marx. We are not bourgeoisie aligned, so it means ama-finances awekho readily all the time. We're dealing with a situation where majority of our people are unemployed. So mawuzoyenza izinto that include money, you need to be conscious ukuthi ilana konje still a country that has a problem of inequality and unemployment as well. But ukhuphula, it's inevitable, because of course things are the price of things is going up. So of course kungakhushulwa, but let's just have a consultation of some sort with our fan base, because it's important ukuthi babe la eduze kwethu. Angithi fans are the stakeholders of this thing. So it's also important that we take cognizance of certain decisions that we're taking. Singathatha ama decisions that are going to paralyze them at the end of the day. Yeah.
Now back to the game, coach. I mean, we had instances whereby there was a season where it was a rise of Nkota is gone. There was Mbegezeli is gone. We saw Rile is gone now. And now when I watched some of the Amafens to TV during the weekend, and everybody's just saying Cameron dancing, can possibly this be the season where we see the actual rise of him reaching his potential? And of course, with also bearing in mind what the coach said post-match, into saying, let's not put too much pressure on him as well.
I think when it comes to potential, we all hope everybody reaches their potential, but we don't know that potential because his potential might not be on the level of those that have left. It might be beyond, or it might be just okay. So I think more than anything, I would love to see the boy having more minutes in the game, because I think this is his third or second season with the team. It's just that he hasn't been playing very well. You see. But if you look at how he played during the game, I think he deserves the man of the match. Not saying that others didn't deserve, but for me, I think he raised his hand to say, you know what, I'm here and I want to play. You see, I think with the coach saying, let's not rush him, it also, I remember Jose Rivero's words, hence why I always said when it comes to the youngsters, he never misses. If he says Coach KB is ready, you will see on the field that the boy is ready.
Yeah.
You see, so I think with the coach saying let's not rush him, I think it's a message to fans to say when he's on the bench or if he's not on the squad, let us not make noise. Because fans, we tend to say, but we lost, why was who and who? So I think he played well on the game. As much as going back to the game, I honestly feel there were forced errors. I think if you go back, you look at the game, within the first 20 minutes, Milford should have been 2 up with the errors that were made between the defensive line. And I remember I was speaking to a few people last season saying, you know what, Usibilibili, and I'm happy he won the defender of the season. Usibilibili used to make errors that were not punished. He would make a mistake and the team would quickly recover. Just like what happened over the weekend. We saw mistakes through CBC, the balls and Mbata lost, but Pirates was never punished. So I think that's where I'm coming in to say, you know what, as defending champions, they played, you would sit and say they got the results, like you said, Brajab, and that's the most important thing, the results. But display-wise, is it really what you expect from Pirates? I don't think so. I think there's more than what we saw on the day, and it's understandable. It's football. Errors the oppositions are there to make life difficult for you. But if you want to make life difficult as Milford and go away with a 0, then you're in trouble. You see, because you're not going to get so many chances against Pirates. Pirates is a team that even if you go back in last season, the opposition, Brajabu, they always stand a chance of scoring.
Yeah.
And then you don't, and then they'll punish you. And that's exactly what happened.
True.
You see, you look at the goal, the first goal, Pirates. Aussie free kick, deflection, back of the net. You had your clear chances. You didn't take it.
Yeah.
Offside trap. I think there's two where the lineman got them wrong.
Got it wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that
you
as
see,
well.
Pirates could have. So if you look at the whole game, let's say the lineman got those ones right, would be sitting here and saying the scoreline is 4.
Yeah, true.
And if you say, but the display was not good, someone will ask you, this one is crazy.
Yeah.
How are you saying the display is not well, whereas the scoreline says
Yeah.
1-0? But I think
no, I agree with you. So Ishuga dancing, I think is growing gradually into the game. And I see what the coach is trying to do. Remember,
Yeah.
You need the fresh bloods that are going to motivate the team, lift the team spirit moving forward, because we've got a lot. We've got the top 8, we've got the Nedbank, Carling,
Champions League.
We also have a Champions League. The exit the previous season to me was questionable. It wasn't okay. And I think it's something that needs to be fixed this season. The issue with the Pirates is a preliminary round. It's unacceptable. And coach should know by now, Guti. He should take us to either the final of that CAF, or we should win it. By the way, it's not far. I've said it yesterday. The star is no longer far. It's just somewhere here. Bicycle. So of course, CAF, it's important. I saw a coach the top 10 teams continentally. I saw the stats, I think, a week ago. Pirates, it's actually sitting number 19. That needs to be corrected. Then will take the domestic cups and everything. We need now to
infiltrate the league.
Infiltrate that, because that used to be our space. I don't know where we got it wrong, but that used to be our space way before our Sundowns can even be there. That used to be Pirates' space, season in and season out. So we need to resuscitate that as a team. I think it's important. Another thing, Egmelesi change a coach this season. Issue of fan figure late the stadium. There's a danger waiting to happen at Orlando Stadium if this thing is not being addressed properly. I'm pleading with the fans. Uti Maktua game is a sold out game. You should know Uti stadium is packed. Be there on time. Late, because there are incidents that are happening at Orlando now that are unbecoming, wherein police will intimidate abantu ngaphandle ngamanzi nani. We said football is a family game. There are a lot of people that are taking their kids to these particular games. So if kuzobane stampede of some sort outside, tomorrow won't be talking about people abathelwe ngamanzi nani. We'll be talking about a lifeless person that is sleeping there and singing ama answer song. To management as well, when we go to Orlando Stadium, we're not going to a war zone. We are just going to watch a game of football. So this thing of bringing amahipo no, it's family members that are just going to watch a game of football for 90 minutes. So in your plenary, please address that, Uti. Please don't militarize that environment, yes, Orlando, as if manje kuyoliwa. People are just going to watch the game, but over and above that, we're saying supporters also take the responsibility. And our responsibilities as supporters is that 1, you get the ticket on time. 2, on time, you find yourself in a stadium, uhleli phansi, uzobukela ibhola. Ungazitholi nawe ufika late, ngapha uphuzile, indaba yakho ayisazwakali. Uzogcina ulimala nokulimala. So nathi singama-fans, we need to take the responsibility of averting the situation that is about to happen, by the way.
As we wrap it up on a lighter note, the importance of Orlando Pirates continuing to make the arena a fortress to be reckoned with? Because I don't know if you guys saw a video that was trending last week, 10 Golden Arrows.
Yeah.
But they were asking players, good
Yeah,
they
no,
must
I saw
rate.
it. But yeah,
They must rate.
Asifuna
But,
ukudlala
arena.
esigodini. But akudlaleki lapha.
But
No, I saw it. That, hey, akudlaleki lapha. Asifuni nokuya. So the arena was rated number last, coach. Nabafana be-Arrows, ne? When they were being interviewed out of all the stadiums.
Mukaba was number one.
Yeah, but singayi mabhida, nasa FNB siyadlala kumnandi. But Orlando Stadium, don't take us there. It's very difficult there. So yeah. In closing, I will say, let's keep. The reason people are coming to the game is because Pirates is playing an entertaining football. That's why abantu bangamind to spend their hard-earned cash. And also on the merchandise. Yasibona nawe simnandi.
Yeah,
simnandi because the team is playing okay. There was a time where I was not going to Orlando anymore because I knew we were going to get 6. Shaweboma 4, basiphinde ngenye 6, but things are different now. Orlando Pirates is playing an entertaining football. I've watched Kaizer Chiefs yesterday as well. Kaizer Chiefs nayo iza kahle Duba. That boy Duba is we are promising manje. He scored the brace yesterday. I'm not sure get direction yabo bayithathayo. But they also have to fix their house there because if coach mawuzofuna ukuthenga a certain player, then all of a sudden the price become inflated. Then it becomes a problem because previously we used to think ukuthi maybe Chiefs is not being honest when they say no, but if you want to buy this player, a chairman of the team will inflate the price. If we 8 million, then the chair will say no, it's now 20. I think that thing is happening. And as to why that thing is happening, I don't know. And it's making the work of Kaizer Chiefs to be more difficult. But also mangivala, if kuguti maybe the negotiating team does find challenges moving forward, maybe Kaizer Chiefs will have to change, the personnel that they're engaging on their behalf and get other people, because it's also unfair on their part that when they want to strengthen their team, then the chairpersons of the team will become hostile. But also, now that we're not talking about new players and everything, they also have to knock into these doors, speak to these chairpersons, fix an issue of relations wabo, nama chairpersons of manyama team, so that when the time arrives, you go to tengwa player, they stand an opportunity to get whoever player that they want, because I can see nabo they are going to challenge this season.
Well, coach.
Challenges are far-fetched.
Challenges
are far-fetched. But yeah, look, when in closing, the Rajabu statement about the tickets, I want to be on the fence side for once, just to try and defend the fence. Not saying they're right. Let's get there early. But I feel our management, especially stadium management, I think Rajabu, they're standing on where, like, as long as we get what?
Yeah.
And then that's it. Because how do you now say the stadium is full, or else you've got more than 10,000 people outside
standing outside with tickets?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So for me, I honestly feel the management, and it's not only Orlando. I remember I've cried about it a lot of times.
But Orlando is worse, coach.
Yeah, no, it's worse. I agree.
In fact, to add on what you are saying, Orlando, they will say I'm a gate of long 10.
Yes.
And they will open gates at 12 o'clock. Or 1 o'clock, and Orlando. Sometimes we park cars very far, and it's not always where you'll find the weather. It's okay. Sometimes it's raining. We are with kids. We're waiting at the gate. Above Vulama gate. I think at some stage I needed to call Sister Andy. It's Sister Andy. The ticket says you are opening at 1. It's 2 o'clock. We're waiting outside. In Vulayana, imoto is good. We can't hide anywhere. Agavulama gate. She then said, no, it's fine. I'll call the securities to open. But I didn't have to call. The ticket says you are opening at 1:30. Remember, issue ye game, it doesn't just happen. There's a plenary into what is going to happen over the weekend. That will include management of Orlando Pirates, subs, security. They will talk about all these things. They will also talk about time. Uguti, amagate avulwa ngesikhathi esiso. So by this time we need to have closed this road bese sivale nale. So it can't be good on a day of the game and things are happening as if there was no plan.
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, I think hopefully they match that up. And then also going back to the game, I think Pirates, I've seen Jositsi SSR,
You.
KB,
Yeah, but
Karakara,
Yeah.
GTI. No, that's good. I always say coaches must
Yeah.
have healthy stress.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be
Nice
obvious.
Yeah.
So I think with that boy, that's one of an exciting signing that
Yeah.
for me, I don't know about others. And then also going on to the number 10 position, I feel the young boy who was brought up from DDC, he might stand a chance because I saw people, I think he limped off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Pirates needs to look in that. And also they call him Baby Alan.
Baby Alan.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
think,
Viking row is roaring.
I
Yeah.
think Pirates fans have been making noise or have been pleading
Mm.
for somebody who can hit the back of the net.
Yeah.
And I think the management has tried to answer. I
Mm.
can't say they've answered because we haven't seen him play yet.
No, we haven't seen him.
Yeah, so for me to sit and say, no, he's the answer, and then he finishes with 5 goals, then it's something else.
Yeah.
But if Pirates can win treble without a striker
Yeah.
scoring over 7 goals, and they bring in a striker who can maybe give them goals that they are hoping for,
Mm.
I think Pirates is headed in the right way. And
Yeah.
like you said, there's too many competitions coming up.
Yeah.
I think Pirates have enough. Looking at the full backs already, Yawana Van Rooyen have been relegated to number 3 and all those things. So
Yeah.
I think the team is in the right direction. And yeah, all the best to the season.
Yeah. And also let's support our boys this season.
Mm.
You know, the issue of Buama player, you know, calling them names, let's support them. You see, we had problems with Mbutuma in the past, but you can see Mbutuma Manjugut, there's much improvement in this game. It's because we were patient with him. You know, sometimes players are human too, and they go through a lot. I think a certain incident ezenzakala emabholweni ziyasibonisa, particularly thina be-Orlando Pirates, we're fortunate to have these documentaries where players will be, you know, expressing how they feel about things that are happening into their own life that we didn't know about. So I'm saying to the fans, every player I go Orlando Pirates match, let's give them support. About Tito, they are injured. When they come back, we don't know, you know, the
intent of the injury.
intent of that injury and how big is it. But we're saying when he comes back, he needs to be supported. He's one of our own as well, because these players are going through a lot. So that's all that I can say. Because in the previous season, we have seen fans being at loggerheads with players to an extent where players didn't want to come and celebrate with us after the game. So I'm saying those are the incidents that we don't need, because we're a family. If we're a family, when there are issues, we speak about them. Criticisms should be there, but they shouldn't turn into, you know, character assassination. Let's guard against that.
Yeah.
If it's a criticism, let it be a constructive criticism. Ngoba nathi makungazithiwa asiyeni emsebenzini wethu la sisebenza khona and ask a supervisor ukuthi ucoach unjani. Yeah. Abanye bethu ngeke sibuye. You know, angeke sibuye. So yeah, thanks Brian.
Well, you have heard from the gentlemen sharing their thoughts with regards to all things at the opening game, match day 1 of the Betway Premiership 2026-27, and everything that surrounds the game, you know, ticketing, time, and all of that. So hoping that, you know, we'll keep engaging with regards to this kind of matters. But yeah, that's how we wrap it up. And yeah, back again with another one pretty much soon. From myself, Kamza the Sport, Coach, and Prache, we're signing out.
Oi.